Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Mr. Kuminez here, and we are playing some more Hearthstone 4, and we're playing as Japan, or the Imperial Japanese Empire, and we have what we did in the last episode. We knocked out China, and now it's time to start building up for the attack on the Allies, start conquering uh, down here. Like, we be knocking out the Soviet Union, but my goal first is to actually knock out the allies. Now, what I mean by the allies, I mean to knock, to get rid of this, plague down here. Um, what I mean by that, I mean, getting rid of all of these islands and making up a defensive perimeter around the Pacific Islands. Basically stopping the allies from marching in through here, and getting rid of also these ports as well, getting rid of French-controlled areas. But we can only do this when France, we can only grab say Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia when the French surrender. So we can get it right now, but we can't quite do it. So we can always bypass, or we can always secure the Philippines. Going to war with the United States early on is going to lead us into a war that we don't want. Um, so I'm possibly am going to sign a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union for a bit, so we can build up our arms and start knocking out countries, or start influencing these nations to become fascist, so we can actually attack them without any consequences like that. Saying like getting rid of countries like Tibet, and also making countries like this fascist, so we can start developing our armies, or we can start influencing and maybe even knock out this country, so we have this stable front line here and this non weird ass front line. So we are going to be doing that. We're also going to be making sure that we're also going to make sure that all of our making sure that this is all 100% the infrastructure is decent, and we are also going to push into India and through Pakistan way when we do knock out the British. The gems are going to be having a bit of an issue because I've played test this several times, and they do take what you call it, they go to war with Czechoslovakia. They always do. So we're going to see that up here. I do have a mod on that does add one adds pictures with artillery, makes them historically accurate. As you can see, the type for 400mm rocket. Jesus Christ, Japan. That's a mortar. The Japanese didn't really use rocket artillery. They mainly used high-powered rockets, mortars. But they did use rockets. So, okay, look at this. It's got torpedoes on the sides, by the way. That's some dedication to the Japanese Empire. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's do that. We're going to go ahead and start getting more rifles in production. That's something what we do need to focus on a lot more is rifle production, and also to work on stuff like that. So we do have to work on that. For the time being, we're going to have to put troops along these fronts, and we're going to start turning them into fascist states. So, because this guy's almost all fascist anyway, so he's going to have some fascist stuff happen. We're going to send... We're first going to get rid of that. We're going to send... Because now I can actually make... Because now I'm getting used to the whole field marshal stuff, and I can make a field marshal front line, so we're going to be doing that. Right there. And we're going to have these army groups to attack there. these guys are gonna be based probably on the Japanese, so on the front over here. Just defend that for me for the time being, because we are going to knock out the these ports, except for the Portuguese port early on. Siam's going to be a huge ally, and it's going to be a huge effort to push into the British RAR early on, and also push into British Malaya as well. Pushing into British Malaya will be very decent, doing just send Marines to just jump across down here and don't have to go all the way, send Marines going all the way down here and losing ships. And also we're going to have to knock out these islands as well. So we're going to do, we're actually going to backstab the allies as fast as we can. We can't do any of these. Do we have any? No, we don't. We are our own faction though, so we do have to be careful about that. It's like training more troops. What I might do is train mountaineers. What we might do is train mountaineers. Let's make them a bit decent. We can get bicycle divisions, like units, so that'd be decent. They have the exact same stats as the infantry division, which I just, yep. But they're just fast, that's all. So duplicate. Oops. They have the exact same stats as infantry, but they're just slightly faster. That's all what's different about them. Might make our own division. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do this, so we can go ahead and sign a non-aggression pact with Germany. We're going to need to grab this. To do this, we need to grab this. These guys were in the war, but because we didn't grab any of their territory, they white peaced, or they just surrendered completely. So we didn't have. So that's the reason why. We're influencing this country. Yep. How's fascism going? They can always fall into a civil war. Tibet. If they fall into a civil war, I'll help out the Tibet. I'll help out the Tibet people. Just help out with the civil war, because they can go into a civil war because they do have 3 provinces. So yeah, this country cannot because it only has 2 provinces. Okay, look at him now. Look at they've changed his picture. He looks badass. That's an awesome picture. So yeah, so we're going to sign the non-aggression pact. That's going to allow us to focus more down here, than focus a lot of our military up here. If we do sign the non-aggression pact, the Soviets can't attack, and we can't attack them for a certain amount of time. But yeah, you can break it if you have overwhelming forces over your enemy. I have signed a non-aggression pact with British RAR. So as like Italy and as France, or was it Romania? Yeah, it was Romania and Soviet Union, and yeah, it was very interesting. I was with the Axis, I couldn't do anything. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's recreate. Create new. I wish you can just control. Like, bicycle units are going to be great. They just get there faster, that's all. There is a mod to get everyone to have bicycle battalions, and that would make sense. The British used bicycles, the Germans did use bicycles as well. We're gonna call them light. Let's just name the infantry, just for now. Bicycle divisions. Let's just spell it correctly. Bicycle divisions. There we go. Bicycle division. So let's start making some. Oh wow, they take support equipment. That makes sense though. They're going to be able to, like, I don't know, like, because our mountaineer divisions, because we should probably make them as well. They're going to exploit the breakthroughs around here a bit more, because like if we exploit this front line right here and make a front line that goes from here down to there and just then focus a lot down here, because we need to focus on place by place. We can't just focus on many things. We have to focus on just one area at a time, not one area, but like two-ish to like somewhat areas. So basically, like take out like the Dutch and like take out these two areas right here, and block off the British fleet from really wandering down here, and then start focusing on islands around here. Next, then like while we're doing that, sending the main force to make a front line here. But we're first going to knock out these two countries here, just to see what happens. The Philippines will be I will take out the Philippines. I'll send Marines in there and start knocking them out. Somewhere around here, because Marines will be useful around here. Australian army isn't great. 9 to 16, 12. We're now able to manufacture the Yamamoto. So let's do that. The super heavy battleship, the Yamamoto. There was two of them. There actually was going to be three, but one was converting into an aircraft carrier. So, more you know. We have a desert on aluminium, or like aluminum. So we're gonna have that chilling there. They're going to flip if they get to 15%. So popularity is. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine with me. We're going to improve worker. No, we're not going to do this. We're actually going to save our BP for a bit because we're going to. Oh, we're able to grab this. Cool. Now we're going to have more men. 0.9 is mobilizing per day of the 63 point. Oh my god, that's a lot of people. I can like grab like a lot of Chinese people to serve in the army as well. All these planes can be disbanded. They're now assigned to this division right here, so like they can help, like so like this army, so like they can help out whenever this attack happens. These guys will be helping out this side. So yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Like yeah, look at the like overwhelming like firepower that's going to appear. They're going more liberal. But that's fine. We're gonna have a bit of a problem when it comes to flipping them. But that's fine with me. We're going to do Because if we do this, if we do this one first, the Soviets might actually disagree with that. So we can. Oh wow, the Germans didn't actually. Well, they might still go to war with Czechoslovakia though. Okay, so let's go with the non-aggression pact. So yep, we get the demand Indochina. So yeah, we're allowed to demand this if we want when the French get taken out, because L'Île de France is not controlled by France. At war with France, or France doesn't own Indochina. So basically, the French get a option of, I don't know, demanding it, and if they're really weak, they will straight up just can it to you. But if they're strong enough, they'll fight for it. I've had it happen where like Indochina became the World War I battlefield, like here in the jungles and the hills of like Vietnam, whereas like was like the World War I battlefields, like tons of Japanese soldiers are dead, but thousands of like French, British, and stuff like that are lying there, and these guys joined my side and just instantly just crushed the, like ran down towards the ports, and also like circled the British divisions, and like 40 divisions were trapped in this one area because this country managed to never landing here. And I am music, by the way, because like I said, it is Easter. It's like Easter is just tomorrow. So yeah, that's insane. Like this year has gone quick compared to like last year. Well, this thing, like we always say that. Oh yeah, this year has gone quick. This year has gone quick. That's what we always say, but we are at the 4th month. Jesus, already. Just doing this so we don't have to worry about supply lines, stuff like that. And if we knock out these guys, we can just attack into this country quickly. But that would be great. This is like you have to be like changes to that. Wow. Okay. They can grab that, and they can grab this. They can go straight back to your manpower you had. We're gonna work on our. We should probably work on is this. Yeah. Work on Kush. Basically, able to see into the enemy what they're doing. 30%. Well. What is Germany currently doing? The first, okay. Italy is guaranteeing independence of Germany, Albania, and us. We're guaranteeing the independence of. So Japan So Germany is guaranteed the independence of Japan. We're getting independence of Italy. The independence of Japan has been guaranteed by. So Japan's strong. That's so yeah. Like yeah, we can't guarantee them because they're in a different faction. Bicycle divisions are going to be deployed right there. Because if we do rush the British Raj divisions and actually like absolutely crush them, like if we put bunkers up here and just like let them just smash their head against a brick wall, we will be able to break the British Raj units and also the British stuff like that. I've actually had like the British focus more here than in France. It just all depends on how France is going to end up. Like, yeah, what's going to happen in Europe. So yeah, fortify the border. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna do all of this for the Manchurian project. Make sure that like Manchuria is actually good off. To get the 0, we need to grab this. So let's do that. By the way, these are useful, extremely useful. So it's on that pact. So the Soviets have signed a non-aggression pact. That's fantastic. So we don't have to worry about having troops up here. We're gonna have them in 2 different units, like 2 different groups. There we go. So we can grab, oh, we got an aircraft carrier here. We have got the Suru class, okay. Well, version of it. We should probably work on our Air Force. Oh, these guys going, okay. These guys should have fascists. Because now it's all by decision base, so the country will start doing some funky ass things. I know that there's a way to do that. There we go. Like, to have these guys fill up in different units. So we're gonna put 1 in you, and we're gonna put 1 in you. There we go. If I know that like one area there's an overstock of people, but oh well. Two Marines. Well, like not Marines, Mountaineers. Because these guys are going to be deployed along this frontier. Because Siam can actually say no to us occupying that territory or joining our faction. It'd be done with them because we have a huge ass fleet. There we go. Chilling off of their country, where, like, we can literally like land marines without them actually able to fight back. Actually, let's flip. Let's make a communist. Like, all right. Okay, let's garrison just because we can. Just because we can, we're going to garrison the Manchukuo border, just to have these guys doing something. Don't think these guys will switch anytime soon. Now let's grab some infantry divisions. Wow, Czechoslovakia was taken. Every single time I do this, war gets declared. So Germany might be historical for a bit. They're doing the second Vienna Award, so technically World War II could technically start because of Romania. It's happened before. Actually, how are we with the rest of the world? Well, we're very mad. They're very mad at each other. So let's start making so that we don't go to war with these guys. I know that we're doing a coup, but oh well. When will this coup begin? November of next year. Okay. So we are supplying a coup in France. We're going to kind of sever the French lines right there. We're gonna now. It's time to start working on our artillery. Probably anti-tank. Let's work on the anti-tank production because we kind of need to. Also, one thing we do need to get rid of. Where is it? This 10% like a duplicate research effects. Basically, is the army working on their own stuff and it's the Air Force working on theirs. So how do we get rid of that? Is we have to grab this. Where is it? Yeah, this one. So we have to grab like the 0 and all that stuff, like, because like these two are very effective. Same as this. It's 1939. Should probably now start working on researching how to develop medium tanks, because we're going to be producing more medium tanks than light tanks. Oh! The Kingdom of Hungary has joined. Does that mean Italy? So, yep. Sure is. Romania's now joined the Allies. We can expand the Marines. We're going to be doing that. France might join the Allies. Well, they don't like Italy. Italy has a very bad opinion. I think Romania is not going to last that very long. And the Germans are going to be able to defend. And knowing Germany, they're going to go around the Maginot Line, even though they can't right now. Well, I can do Danzig War, so yeah. So we can technically go to war with the Allies, but I really don't want to. I really don't want one to start World War II in Europe, so in the Pacific. It will help the Axis out a lot, but it won't help me out. It will devastate my army. Because like the French will get involved. Because they have ports in Europe. Like, sorry, in Asia. They got like Hong Kong. So, and because they can make a beachheads in friggin' Asia. But most likely those divisions are already gone. Oh, there goes good old Romania. Like, Hungary's now going to have to control over Romania. That's going to be interesting. Like, I like how we have China, so we can't talk. They're at 32% already, wow. Cause like, if they get to like 40%, stuff like that, things start to happen. Okay, cause they got one military factory. Tibet has got 4. What, they got 4? Jesus. Germany occupies Mill. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to make sure that we have a strong alliance with those guys. We're going to now send divisions, start deploying divisions. Shaboom. I'm gonna grab you. All these guys have got chances of getting killed. So that's annoying. The Tokyo division? Oh, like, not Tokyo. When you have a cat that is currently playing around with my hand and my mouse, it's not a lot of fun. Okay, okay, that's great. It's working on this. She likes to try and pull my headset off of my head. It's really annoying. How is Europe going? She's really trying to do a thing of like ripping things out. There we go. We've got a heavy cruiser currently chilling. Like, I'm going to send my navy back to the mainland. Start redesigning our navy. How much oil do we have? Jesus Christ. How much cargo ships do we have? 300. We should probably produce more. Actually, no. We should probably produce more cruisers and more destroyers. So let's start producing more. Let's produce heavy cruisers. And let's start producing destroyers. Let's make 40 of them. They're going to be in, I think that's Tokyo. No. That's Tokyo. And we are going to have 4 of them. And they're going to be deployed there as well. There as well. And there as well. A mosquito just flew straight past me. Or like a mosquito. I don't remember what's called in America. Well, that's gonna be fun with me learning this stuff. Seems like we're doing okay. Looks like we. Oh, an event just fired. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna send these boys to Kyoto, like a Kato. How's the German Navy doing? Don't know. Italy's in the Axis. Yep. Oh. So I'm currently seeing World War II just unfold right in front of my eyes. Oh, there goes Poland. Goodbye, Poland. We shall give us a side. Oh, okay. They have agreed to our terms of conditions. Great. We need to grab this. Okay. Now it's time to watch the slow death of Poland. Believe me, this is slow. Actually, no, it's pretty damn quick because they got a little bit of. Oh, wow, the Poles have already lost the war for them. But that will help out the Allies a bit. What's Germany currently doing? Around the Maginot Line. Oh boy. This is where it gets interesting. Like, by this point, Germany was already at war in my test games. So everyone's getting off of the training queue. Training. Yeah, Poland is not doing so hot. Like, okay, when you start seeing Poland just get gobbled up like this, it's not fun. Well, it's funny to watch. I played as like El Salvador once, and I saw Poland just disappear right from my eyes because the Germans actually use paratroopers. The AI literally used paratroopers. I was shocked. Oh, they're at Warsaw. So is that like the last one? There we go. So we got 4 fully set divisions, like armies. Oh, there goes Poland. Poland's still fighting though. It's like Danzig's the last area to fight in. Let's start researching tactical bombers and surgical bombers, because we're going to be needing them. Because like Danzig's the last stronghold. I think the Germans are not going to take Danzig just yet. They're going to take out the rest of the Poles first. I think that's what they're doing. Like taking out the other states as well, like having at least a foothold in those other states, so at least they can take them over. Oh, Germany might lose. Oh no, don't take Danzig, Germany. Don't take Danzig. Don't take Danzig just yet. Knock out these guys first. Like at least have at least one division or something there. Then take it over. Because if you don't have any, if none of the troops here or anything like that happens, you don't get any of that territory. That's what happened with this nation right here. They're 44%. Poland has capitulated. France has joined the Allies. That little alliance is currently one that's becoming. Ooh, that's ugly. I like watching the slow death of certain nations, like France as well. The whole, like the cool high anti-air. We're going to research the Hu Ni one. Remember what I've said, guys. Hu, like chi means medium in Japanese terminology when it comes to tanks. So yeah. Hu Ru. Hu Chi. My Japanese pronunciation of these is very poor. Natu. Hatu. Hu Ru. Chi Si. Ta Si. Kato. Wait, what? Like, yeah, my Japanese, like, I learned Japanese at school. So yeah, well. Ooh. The Soviets might go to war. Oh, they said no to it. Netherlands has joined the Allies. Italy is currently not doing so hot. Because the Allies can just send troops away up from the south. Up, and here comes the death of the Dutch. Like how Luxembourg has lasted longer than the Dutch. Historically, Luxembourg was taken like in like 4 hours, but that's only because like their army was like the police force, so kind of fair enough. Yep, as we speak of it, Luxembourg dies. But Denmark was the fastest country to actually surrender in World War II. But that's only because like the Germans like land and troops, like they just stormed up the Dutch countryside. So all we have to do when it comes to this is they can't actually own it. Like they can still go to war, of course. Now because we got an ally here, I'm actually going to send some of my divisions over there. So let's just get rid of that. So let's send this army, or these divisions, here. When the Germans attack the USSR, I'm going to attack as well. Oh look, Operation Tannenberg. Operation Tannenberg is pretty much the invasion of Switzerland. It was very controversial for the Germans to do it or not to do it. Wow, the Germans have blitzkrieg through Belgium. There goes Denmark. What's this? Iceland is Iceland has become its own country. Iceland takes control over foreign affairs. Oh my god, the game's lagging. I know we haven't done much just yet, but that's only because we're currently just waiting. Wow, the blitzkrieging through France. Well, the whole Danzig Danzig thing is not going to happen because, well, Germany just ran over the Allies. So the tanks didn't run out of fuel this time. And the French forces defending Danzig were crushed. Because before people say, well, like the French are going to surrender, let me say this. Without the French, we would have lost World War II. Because the French defended Danzig with the French, because some French soldiers did try to leave, but they knew it was pointless of staying there, and that's fair enough. Like those French soldiers who did want to, because some French soldiers did put on British uniforms and did try to leave, but I do understand the reasons why they did that. But when people say, well, like the French surrendered, well, yes, because the Italians were attacking south, the Germans were running across the fields of France, and because of the troops at Danzig, it gave the British time to evacuate a lot of their troops. Some French troops also evacuated from places like Brittany and also from Normandy. But it drives me up the wall that because of the French, we won World War II. Because of the fact of the Norwegian saboteurs, we won World War II. Like, they helped to win World War II. And we can now do this. Oh, we have to... Oh, we got negative? I don't know, let's cancel this. We're gonna bypass. So we need 75, okay. Is Germany gonna make a puppet state, or are they just gonna leave it? Sweden's gonna, let's say Switzerland's gonna be invaded real quick. The French Vicky France has appeared. Australia has landed troops there. Time to mass produce. Wow, Vicky France. That's fucked over the friggin' French. How much troops does the Vicky France have? 10 to 13, Jesus. They also have this as well. Oh, well, Vicky France is not gonna do much. Wow, it's an Operation Torch already. Operation Torch, if you guys don't know, is the invasion of North Africa. Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily, and Operation... Damn, I forgot. Operation Nightlight? I know that the Germans did Operation Axis when the Italians kind of fell apart. Here goes Switzerland. The Swiss didn't really. They're gonna be like Switzerland is is rigged to explode. Like no joke. Every single bridge, every single house, lake is like rigged to just disappear. Like bridges, like a lot of bridges are rigged to just be disassembled like in a second. Like just like pull a bolt and the entire bridge falls apart. That sort of like fastness of that. It's insane. 17 to 19 divisions? Oh, they lost all the divisions up north, okay. Wiki France is not doing so hot. This is Operation Torch all over again. But like the French, but the Italians and the Germans had control all over this. Oh, they're grabbing core states. Oop. Oop. There you go. It's a little bit laggy, but that's fine. Add cores. We're gonna try and see if we can grab the French into China, and if we do, we can send our navy there. We can send our ships down there to help with the invasion. But anyway, guys, this is gonna be the end of this episode here. If you guys want to see more of this, please let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It'll let you guys know when I've uploaded a new video to the channel. Sorry, these episodes here have been a little bit, just nothing's been happening. I'm going to try and build up for the invasion of British Raj, knocking out all these countries here in just like in 20 seconds. So like we're gonna make Marines. We can make Marines. So we should probably do that. We should probably make Marine divisions a thing. And so we do have another Marine division somewhere. So we're going to add him to it, and we're going to start thinking about naval landing. If we do are able to take this, we're gonna have Marines go from here to there, and just crush the Dutch East Indies and start knocking out the British, and we're gonna start thinking about marching troops into China itself, so into the British Raj itself. So we're gonna start thinking about that in the next episode, and also start putting troops up here to push down into British Raj itself. So we're gonna try and do that in some of the next episodes. We do not have an alliance with the Soviets, so that's gonna be interesting. We can always attack the Soviets when the Germans do. So, but yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more of this, please let me know in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It let you guys know when I upload a new video. And also like the video because, like I say, it helps me. And also comments, seeing what nations you guys want me to play next. There's a few. But anyway, guys, as always, ciao for now.